Today marks 5 years since the deadly campfire in the town of Paradise.
The 2018 campfire was the deadliest and most destructive in state history.
ABC 10's Brandon Ritteman covered the fire that day, and he is back in Paradise tonight. Brandon, how are things now 5 years later?
It's hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, just taking a look behind me, you can see there are physical signs of the town coming back right now. And really, this retirement community where I'm standing is emblematic of that whole story. As we walk down here, you can see lot after lot after lot that just hasn't been built back. It's been scraped down to bare dirt, no homes there. But then off in the distance, signs that it's all being reborn. Going strictly by numbers, we're something like a third rebuilt in this community, but numbers don't tell the whole story. The people rebuilding up on the ridge have already managed to keep the spirit of this community alive. So many people are missing today, though. People died in the fire, in the aftermath of the fire, struggling through their grief. Thousands more can't move back home, either because of the trauma or because of a shortage of funds. PG&E started this fire. It was criminal negligence, but PG&E used bankruptcy protection to avoid paying the full cost of the damage. Even so, the people who can rebuild are truly bringing Paradise back.
It's hard being back up here today, but this makes me happy. You know, seeing everybody coming out to support the community. You know,
Well,
which is a
it's
wonderful.
still the same town.
It is. It still is. It's changed so much, but in a lot of ways, it still hasn't. You know, it's still the same Paradise that I moved into in 1988.
That's Steve Bradley. His grandma, Colleen Riggs, died in this fire just feet away from where I am standing. Today, he took us to this place to see for himself where it happened. Her house, it burned down with her inside, but today a new house is almost done in that same spot. And I watched something click for Steve. He found closure in that moment, and he found joy for the future of his hometown, his future, and his future honoring his grandmother's memory. I gotta tell you, people just appreciate life in a whole new way up in this community. It has been inspiring to be up here this entire week and just see people lifting each other up. It's not just about surviving yourself. It's about helping everyone around you to find their path forward, whether they're able to rebuild up here yet or not.
Indeed, Brandon, they have shown such an enormous amount of strength. About half of the people rebuilding in Paradise these days are newcomers. What did they share with you about why they're choosing to move there?
Yeah, so the newcomers are up here for a lot of different reasons. Some, it's pure economics or, you know, the stuff of life. I met a gentleman in this very neighborhood who's up here because he's taking care of an elderly loved one who lives down in Chico, and it was the real estate that made sense for him because this is somewhat more affordable. It's outside of town. Other people are wanting to be part of a sort of frontier sort of spirit that's existing here. This town is not turnkey. It doesn't have everything you would expect, you know, in a town, but you get to be part of this new place coming back. And the spirit up here is really tough to describe. There's empathy in the air. These are some of the most trauma-informed people that you could ever hope to meet because they need to be that way. They've needed to be that way to get through the last 5 years. So when you talk to people, they're not worried about what's going on their cell phone. They are locked in on you. People really connect with you here in a way that we don't often find in the hustle and bustle of life elsewhere. And it's really just something that, I don't know, touches your heart when you talk to people here.
Understandably so. Brandon, you were there that day. You talked about how day turned to night because of all the smoke and fire there, some of the things that people will now have to live with for the rest of their lives. Just a traumatic experience for so many people, but you also have to talk about the resilience of the folks there. Our Brandon Ritteman is just getting started tonight. We'll check back in throughout the show.